Imagine walking into a theater where golden statues shine under soft lights, red velvet curtains hang from the walls, and a huge chandelier sparkles overhead. The ceilings are covered in colorful paintings, and the floors gleam beneath your feet. You're in the Palais Garnier, one of the most beautiful opera houses in the world. Located in Paris, France, this grand building is filled with music, history, and magic. The Palais Garnier was built in the 1800s during a time when France was full of art, music, and royal style. It was part of a big plan to rebuild and modernize Paris under Emperor Napoleon III. He wanted a grand new opera house for the people of Paris. In 1860, a contest was held to choose the architect. Many famous designers entered, but the winner was a young and unknown man named Charles Garnier. Charles Garnier's design was bold, elegant, and full of detail. He dreamed of a place where people could come not just to watch opera, but to experience beauty from the moment they stepped inside. Building the opera house was a huge job. It took 15 years to finish from 1861 to 1875. Workers had to dig deep into the ground, and they even discovered water beneath the site. Today, this underground lake still exists, and it inspired parts of the famous story, The Phantom of the Opera. When the Palais Garnier finally opened in 1875, it amazed everyone. The outside was decorated with statues, columns, and carvings. The inside was even more impressive. The grand staircase greets visitors with its marble steps, gold decorations, and shining lights. People dressed in their best clothes would gather there before the show, talking and admiring the building. The auditorium, where the performances take place, is shaped like a horseshoe. This design helps the sound carry so everyone can hear the music clearly. Red velvet seats surround the stage, and balconies rise all the way to the ceiling. Above, a massive chandelier hangs in the center, lighting up the room with hundreds of crystals. Surrounding it is a painted ceiling by artist Marc Chagall, added in 1964, which shows scenes from famous operas in bright colors. The stage itself is one of the largest in Europe. It can hold hundreds of performers, sets, and even animals. Behind the stage are dressing rooms, storage spaces, and areas where costumes and props are kept. It takes many people working together to make each show possible. Singers, musicians, set designers, and stagehands all play an important part. The Palais Garnier has hosted many kinds of performances over the years, including operas, ballets, and concerts. Some of the world's most famous artists have performed there. It became a symbol of Paris, just like the Eiffel Tower or the Louvre Museum. Even today, when people think of French culture, the Palais Garnier often comes to mind. One of the most famous stories connected to the Palais Garnier is The Phantom of the Opera. This spooky tale was written by Gaston Leroux in 1910. It tells the story of a mysterious figure who lives in the tunnels beneath the opera house and falls in love with a young singer. The story has been made into movies, musicals, and plays, and it has helped make the opera house even more well-known around the world. Although the Palais Garnier was originally built for opera, most operas in Paris are now performed at a newer building called the Opéra Bastille. Today, the Palais Garnier is home mostly to ballet performances, but the building is still open to visitors every day. People from around the world come to tour the inside, climb the grand staircase, and sit in the beautiful auditorium. Visiting the Palais Garnier is like stepping into the past. The building has been carefully preserved, so many parts still look just like they did in the 1800s. The chandeliers still glow, the velvet seats still shine, and the golden details still sparkle. Guided tours teach visitors about how the opera house was built, how shows are made, and what life was like for people who worked there long ago. The opera house also has a library and museum that stores old programs, costumes, and posters from past performances. These pieces help tell the story of music and theater in Paris. School groups, tourists, and music lovers come to learn about the history and to feel the magic of the place. The Palais Garnier has inspired artists, writers, and musicians for over 100 years. It shows how music and architecture can work together to create something truly special. It's a place where dreams are performed on stage, where people come together to share stories and emotions through music and dance. Even if you don't know much about opera or ballet, standing inside the Palais Garnier is an experience you'll never forget. Every detail, from the painted ceiling to the marble floors, was made to dazzle. It's not just a building, it's a treasure chest of art, music, and imagination. In the heart of busy Paris, the Palais Garnier still stands tall and proud. It welcomes everyone, from world-class performers to curious travelers, from young students to longtime fans of the arts. And no matter who you are, when you walk through its golden doors, you become part of its story. A story filled with beauty, history, and wonder.